it's more Shakesyear, and I'm wearing yoga pants, which is neither here nor there, but it's a thing, so there's that. I'm also covered in cat hair. Anyway, we are still working on Cymbeline. I'll just pronounce it differently all the time because that's fun. And we're still in Act 3, Scene 4, which has been going on for a little while, but it's kind of an important and pivotal scene because it starts out with Imogen thinking that everything is all hunky-dory, and then she gets to read the letter from Posthumus that tells Pisanio that he's supposed to kill her, and then she gets to have this nice little meltdown. And then this little section is more Pisanio monologue than Imogen. There's just a couple little interjections from Imogen in this, and it kind of reminds me of this talk that Reese Witherspoon gave recently about how women are represented in media and how, like in horror movies or actually even just like in any drama, there comes some moment where a woman is like, but what are we gonna do? And it's never, in real life, it's never women that don't know what they're gonna do. Like, women come up with the plans. But for the sake of dramatic effect, in this particular case, yet again, it's the woman not knowing what to do, but the man knowing what to do. So pardon the outdated gender roles, but here we have Pisanio coming up with a plan for how he can get away with not killing Imogen, but helping her instead. So she had her meltdown from yesterday. They've had a little bit of back and forth, and she's like, well, what else am I supposed to do? And he's like, well, what are your choices? And she's like, well, I guess I could go live somewhere other than here. And for the sake of this and for continuity with yesterday, Pisanio will have the hat and Imogen will not. So Imogen has just said, I guess I could live somewhere that's not in Britain. And Pisanio says, I am most glad you think of other place. The ambassador, Lucius, the Roman, comes to Milford Haven tomorrow. Now, if you could wear a mind as dark as your fortune is, and but disguise that which to appear itself must not yet be, but by self-danger, you should tread a course pretty and full of view, yea, happily near the residence of Posthumus, so nigh at least, that though his actions were not visible, yet report should render him hourly to your ear as truly as he moves. Oh, for such means! Though peril to my modesty, not death on it, I would adventure. Well then, here's the point. You must forget to be a woman. Change command into obedience, fear and niceness, the handmaids of all women, or more truly, woman at pretty self, into a waggish courage, ready in jibes, quick-answered, saucy, and as querulous as the weasel. Nay, you must forget that rarest treasure of your cheek, exposing it, but, oh, the harder heart, lack no remedy to the greedy touch of common kissing Titan, and forget your laborsome and dainty trims, wherein you make great Juno angry. Nay, be brief. I see into thy end, and am almost a man already. First, make yourself but like one. For thinking this, I have already fit, 'tis in my cloak bag, doublet, hat, hose, all that answer to them. Would you in their serving, and with what imitation you can borrow from youth of such a season, for noble Lucius, present yourself, desire his service, tell him wherein you're happy, which will make him know, if that his head have ear in music, doubtless with joy he will embrace you. For he's honorable, and doubling that most holy. Your means abroad, you have me, rich, and I will never fail, beginning nor supplement. So now we have cross-dressing in the play! Hooray! We get to have a woman disguised as a man, because that's a totally original Shakespearean idea, and that never happens in any other of his plays. And I'm totally lying. But yeah, so in order to get out of this and make it look like she is dead without actually having to kill her. They disguise her as a man, and Pisanio goes back with like some bloody garment to be able to show that she's not there. And since she isn't going back to court, then nobody there like gives up her new identity. And the important thing to note at the very end of this scene, just after this little exchange that they've had, as she's leaving to like go behind a bush and change her clothes or something like that, Pisanio's like, okay, I'm gonna go spread the word that you're dead, but also, by the way, here, take this box that the queen gave me because it has a potion in it that'll make you feel better when you get really, really sad. Do you remember the potion that the queen thinks is poison, but that her doctor made so that it's just really nasty instead of actually being fatal? Yup. Pisanio gives that to Imogen and tells her it's a palliative that will make her feel better. We'll see where all of this goes tomorrow.